guys look young. Are we Gen Z? No? Are we millennials? Yeah? I can hear by your silence. We're over it. We are not pleased. We are unhappy that life did not work out the way we were promised by the Clinton administration. For the entire 90s, it was made very clear to me that I could be anything I wanted to be, and a homeowner was not a weird thing to want to be. Now, I am 35, and I'm going gray, and I do not have a basement. Whose fault is that? Recession? I don't know. So I'm trying to, live my life. I'm trying to, do things that make me happy, like this weekend. I'm really excited. My husband and I are going to a cabin in I thought we were going to Lake Geneva, but it turns out we're actually going to a lake that's near Antioch. Because it was cheaper than the cabins in Lake Geneva. And now I feel really stupid because the past 3 months I've been oh my God, we're going up to Lake Geneva for a weekend. And then I Google mapped it today and I was like, we are going to almost Antioch. For a fun weekend getaway. Isn't that sweet? And I'm excited because we're going to do shrooms. That's the whole thing. Yes, thank you. See, I'm fun. I've got people on my pants. I'm very cool, So my husband and I, we're going to go out. We're going to do these shrooms. We're going to hang out at this cabin by a lake. And I feel like when you're on shrooms, it's not going to matter which lake it is. I feel like it's going to be water either way. And I'm very excited because the last time I did shrooms was during COVID, and it was with my boyfriend at the time, who is a really big Tool fan. You're laughing, you're right. You are correct that might have been a mistake. And because he's one of those guys that's you know who Tool is, right? Yeah, don't look at me like you just heard of them. You know who they are, right? And people who are fans of them are it's like theater kids, but worse. It's bad. It's really bad. And when we were we're gonna do shrooms, and he was like, we're gonna listen to a Tool album, and you're gonna get it. We're gonna make you listen to Lateralis, and you'll see. You'll get what all the hype is about. Your mind, you're gonna spiral out, man. And the whole time we were on shrooms, shut up, babe. The whole time we were on shrooms, listening to this album, I discovered that as a person, I am not easily divorced from my actual personality, which is both neurotic and very sarcastic. So the whole time we're listening to that, he's trying to get in the trip and go where the trip takes him, man. And he's listen to that 30-second sound effect. For no reason. Did you know they used every single minute available on the CD with noises? Got it? And I was tripping, but I was also still me. So I turned to him and I was like, oh yeah, babe, amazing. Wow. That guitar sounds so different than all the other ones. Whoa. That's crazy. Anyway, I married him. He's my husband. And so we're planning this trip, and I was like, hey, make a playlist. But, and he's just one. I'm like, one album or one song? He's like, well, you can't just listen to one song. Well, can't you? I am married. Is anybody else married in here? Make noise if you're married. Are you two married together? No. I know. What does your shirt say? What does your shirt say?
It says, I think it says Baruch.
Well, in Hebrew it says Baruch, which means blessed.
Right.
It's also my dad's Hebrew name, but you look like a Free Willis starring kind of friend. So, which I'm not mad about or anything, I get it, but like, it's just confusing. It's throwing me off a little bit, because I don't know if you like hate me or like get it. You know, like, I don't know. You know, like, is it terrorism if we're winning? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, I'm just going to say a lot of wrong things. I really, she doesn't get it. But you guys, you're with me. I like you guys. I really like being married. I like being married a lot, because before I was married, I was single. I wasn't just single though, I was very single. Have we ever heard a lady say that? I'm very single. Do we know what that means? It means I'm a whore. Yeah, it means I'm a big old slut. Oh yeah, oh I slept with everybody. Everybody, I slept with my Comcast guy and my realtor. Thank you. The realtor got me $50 a month off rent. Thank you. I'm more of a Jew than a feminist. I'll tell you what. Absolutely. The apartment was an attic apartment, though. Fucking go figure. You know, Hunter made Holocaust joke. You got that joke. You didn't get the attic joke? That's. You got the chimney bit, but not the fucking Anne Frank reference? You know, some people think that all Jewish women are good for is like fucking, I don't know, circumcising men and diary writing. But no, there's more. Did you know the first American school shooter was a Jewish woman? Did you know that? Did you know that? Yeah. Her name was Lori Dan. Her maiden name was Lori Wasserman. And I know that because she grew up down the street from my mom. Yeah, that's fun. Yeah, my grandma wanted them to be friends, but my mom was like, she's too weird. Yeah, she was weird though. She was like psychotic. She had OCD, and she had psychosis and bulimia, which I was like, at that point, let her be skinny, you know, just like, let her have the one thing, you know what I mean? Like, life is hard, just, you know, let her bleh, you know what I mean? It's fine. You know. But like, she did go a little nutty. She was like living off of Northwestern University's campus, and she got like, at this point, she was just trying to like murder someone. She got hospitalized in Madison, Wisconsin. She like escaped the hospital, and she stole a bunch of arsenic, and then she brought it back down to Northwestern, and she put it in a bunch of Rice Krispies that she baked, and then left at the doorstep of multiple fraternities. Yeah. And the frat dudes didn't really like them because they tasted weird, which I was like, all of that, and she's a bad cook? That sucks. So I get that. Like, that sucks. You can't do anything right. That's awful. Yeah. And so she just snapped, right? She just snapped, and so she went to these kids she used to babysit. She went to their house, and she put the arsenic in some milk, and then they drank some of the milk, and then they spat it out because it also tasted icky. And so she remained very calm, and she just like locked them in the basement and set the house on fire. Don't worry, the kids escaped out the window. It was fine. Like, they were fine, but she was obviously very frustrated. So she took the 3 guns that she had the whole time. Somebody's not good at executive functioning. She took them to the local elementary school, where she thought her ex-sister-in-law's kids went, but they didn't. Because research was hard in the 80s. And so she walked in, and she immediately tried to shoot a little boy in the bathroom, but the first gun jammed. And then she went into a classroom where the teacher disarmed the second gun. Do you ever have one of those days it's just nothing goes right? This lady is like the Wile E. Coyote of school shootings. She just cannot catch that roadrunner. You know, don't worry, she did shoot one little boy and he died. So, it's true. His name was Nick Corwin. It's very sad. It was sad, but when she got away, she jumped in her car and then she like did a U-E and like backed into a bunch of trash cans because women drivers, you know what I mean? This lady hates me. It is a true story. You can Wikipedia it. So that's what I did. That's how I know all of this stuff. And so she escaped to this local couple that like lived, off of the beaten path a little bit. She escaped there and she's like covered in blood and they're like, oh my God, what happened? And she's like, oh my God, I was raped. And they're like, oh my God, you poor thing. Well, it's creative writing. It's fun. I don't know. It's creative exercise. So she goes up to the guest room where she then kills herself, which I thought was very polite to do in a guest room. Can you imagine? We're Midwestern. The master bedroom? No, that's someone's home. You know what I mean? A very polite Midwestern lady shot herself in the guest room, and she died. And the whole time, I'm reading through all of this, and I was like, do you think if maybe all of this could have been avoided if this lady had like one really good friend, but then my mom was like, ew, no, weird.